Good evening, everyone, and welcome back for more Solo Crisis League. This is season what? What are we on now? How have I already lost count? It is. I just had to change my camera, and now let's get it back to where it belonged, right? That's better. All right, there we go. Yeah, so this is for season 11, round 1. That's still crazy to me. I'm gonna say that every round it seems, but season 11, round 1. That's a big deal to me. So Season 11 is unique because it's a crossover season for one, but we're also not seeing those Crisis main deck cards. So it's just Heroes Unite with the crossover 7 New Gods card shuffled into the top deck. Now, top half of the deck. Shouldn't be a huge issue because, well, what happens with crossover 7 is you get some really powerful cards, right? Like Orion and stuff like that. Cards that can do a lot, and they're expensive and they're worth it, but yeah. We'll see how that shapes up, but really, we're kind of in a dangerous predicament because we're playing Crisis 4, which means those personal crises are going to make us destroy the top card on the main deck most turns, it seems. We'll see how that goes as it shapes up, but there's a few other things you have to keep in mind. So to make this a little bit more interesting, we use more other elements from Crossover 7, New Gods. We're also using the homeworlds. So every round, we're going to choose between a villain character and a hero character. You have to choose which one you are. And now, whichever one you choose has a homeworld, right? Your hero character could be a homeworld of New Genesis. Your villain character could have the homeworld of Apocalypse. So you're going to represent your homeworld when you choose your character. One of the goals. So basically on top of your character, you also get the stack ongoing ability of your homeworld. So if I chose Big Barda, which I am, I get her ability, which is the third time you play a card of cost 5 or greater during your turn, double your current power. Incredible. And her stack ongoing ability for New Genesis will be the first time you play a hero during each of your turns, draw a card. That's great, right? I mean, we want heroes, and we're going to play one during our turn and to use New Genesis as much as possible. So that's going to happen. Now, we can pay to upgrade this. So we could pay 9 power to upgrade this to the second level, and we'll get a new stack ongoing ability when that happens. Additionally, there is the opposing homeworld, which will be Apocalypse for our purpose of our first game here today. We don't benefit from its stack ongoing ability because we are not a supervillain, so we don't get that. But we do need to beat all 3 levels of this homeworld before we end the game. We can buy them at any time. We could buy them in the first 3 turns if you had a ton of power. It's not physically possible to do that, but I'm just saying there is no point in the game that you can't buy it, assuming you can afford it. So you can upgrade each one of these, or I should say conquer each one of these until all 3 are gone by paying the cost in the corner. Now, when you conquer an opposing home world, you are going to have to deal with the retaliation. So the first time we take out the first level of Apocalypse, each superhero reveals the top 3 cards of their deck and destroys a card of cost 1 or greater. Put the rest back on top. That's going to happen to us when we beat Apocalypse. That's bad. That's not great, right? We don't have to deal with the retaliation of New Genesis, so we can upgrade New Genesis and make it the second level. But its retaliation reads each supervillain gains 2 weakness cards. We're not a supervillain. We're a superhero, so that's not going to affect us. So we can effectively upgrade our homeworld and conquer the opposing homeworld. And the goal is you can upgrade your homeworld whenever you want. You don't have to upgrade at all. You can stick with that first level if you want. It doesn't change anything. And you can just upgrade it to get a stronger ability, basically. A stronger stack ongoing ability. Now with Apocalypse, so with the opposing homeworld, I should say, we have to conquer all 3 levels before we take out the final villain. Any point before then, we can work on that. And I already said I'm going to take Big Barda. I'm not taking Granny Goodness. I'm just going to go ahead and put her away. And I think that sums it up mostly, but we will, of course, have plenty of examples as we play through this round. So, that's a better spot there. It is Crisis 4, so we're going to have a personal crisis to start with. And of course, Slade Wilson is here, so his stack ongoing ability is after a player shuffles their discard pile, if they have a personal crisis, they gain a weakness. So that's going to happen a lot. We're going to start with Unrequited Love. Discard each hero you control. We don't control any right now, so that's fine. you can't play heroes, contribute 2 heroes. So we'll work on getting those heroes for Unrequited Love. Now, the sad news is that we won't be able to use New Genesis ability if we have to keep giving up heroes, but we'll work on it. Let's get our first lineup going. There's our first crossover 7 card, our second one, third one. Oh, Forager shouldn't be in here. Forager is a promo card. He shouldn't be in here. So if you're playing your games and you have Forager, take him out. Orion and Metron. Okay, we got mostly crossover 7 cards, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay. Well, I've only got 2 power. So we're going to buy Legion Flight Ring, but that's it. 2 punches, 3 vulnerabilities, end of turn. We were supposed to, I believe, destroy a card at the beginning of our turn, right? Yeah. So this card would actually be destroyed. We don't get Warrior Princess. New card comes out, and we have a Personal Crisis, so we have to destroy Red Lantern Corps. And now we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 power, which I do like to see. There's not a lot we can buy for it, is there? Escape Artist is useful at this stage of the game. We're going to get Hyman? Maybe. I don't know how to say it. It looks like Simon with an H, but it doesn't sound great, so I'm not going to say that again. Yeah, but we can give that one up for Unrequited Love. Not a big deal. And until we get a second hero, we can keep playing him and use New Genesis ability, right? Oh no, we can't play heroes. Never mind. So we'll just give him up right away. It's the first chance we get. New card comes out. New card is destroyed. All right, well, we get to draw a card. It is him. We'll give it to Unrequited Love. And then we've got 1, 2 power that we can't spend on anything. That's that. New card comes out. New card destroyed. Whirlwind. It could have used that one. Could really use Whirlwind. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to go ahead and get Skeets. It's definitely very useful. Card out. New card destroyed. Oh, you know, we shuffled our deck once, so we're supposed to actually have a weakness. Yep, and we'll get another weakness for this shuffle here. Lost a location, didn't we? We lost, looks like Gotham City over there. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 power. That will go ahead and get Escape Artist, because I do want it. And a new card will come on out. And due to Unrequited Love, a card will get destroyed. Ooh, we lost Mother Box, it looks like. Not great. Draw a card. Draw another card. 1, 2, 3 powers, all we're looking at here. With that, we'll get a kick. We need to start getting some higher power. We're going to get out of here. Metron is looking like the best candidate right now to give to Unrequited Love. It does double your power, but it limits you to only buying cards from the lineup. So we can't conquer a homeworld. We can't buy a supervillain. And we have to get a new weakness. New card comes out. New card is destroyed. Let's go ahead and draw a card. 1, 2, 3 powers. All we're looking at here. We're going to get another kick. I know I could say goodbye to Manhunter, but we really need to get out from under this Unrequited Love. So we need some more power, is what I'm saying. New card coming out, new card destroyed. That's another hero destroyed. We're going to get Soul Taker Sword if we can. Let's draw a card. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Get that. You may destroy a card in your hand when you play it. That is going to be very necessary for us to get through this, especially with all these weaknesses we're gaining. New card comes out. New card destroyed. That's another hero destroyed. Draw a card and then discard a card. We'll discard a weakness here. 1, 2, 3, and a weakness. We'll go ahead and get Whirlwind here. New card out, new card destroyed. Two and three. We'll use that to get another kick. Just doing my best to get some higher power hands here. New card out, new card destroyed. There goes Red Lantern Power Ring. All right, I may destroy a card in my hand. Goodbye to this weakness. We will draw a card. So we're at 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw a card. 6. We'll get Metron. That is happening. All right. We still have a personal crisis, so there's that weakness we gain. But Metron is in our deck. Our second hero we're going to give to Unrequited Love is on his way. We can end that and start focusing on all those villains we've got out there, because there's a lot. There is a lot. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We will get rid of one Manhunter and buy a kick. Just a little bit of everything there. New card coming out. New card destroyed. Let's go ahead and draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, we'll get Whirlwind and also get rid of Manhunter. A little bit of both. It's going to take some time for that Soul Taker Sword to do its work. Well, Soul Taker Sword's out, so it's going to destroy this weakness. Okay, we want to try and get Sonic Siren if we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, buy Sonic Siren. And then hopefully we can get that, that 2, 3, 4, that Booster Gold Defense card. Where is it? There is Skeets. To get Sonic Siren out so we can actually keep Metron. New card out, new card destroyed. Play Skeets. Put a hero from your discard pile on top of my deck. And then I can draw a card and then discard a card. Discard a vulnerability here. We're going to give Sonic Siren to Unrequited Love. These cards are removed from the game and Unrequited Love is over. So no more Personal Crisis. And we're at 0 power. I can double my current power, but there's nothing to double. All right. Actually, hold on. We can double our current power. First time you play a hero during each of your turns, draw a card. 1 power. I'll take it. No more weaknesses to gain because we got rid of our Personal Crisis. Really do want to get Orion. It's good to see him out there nice and early. We have lots of villains to take care of, though, also. New card out. Nothing to destroy. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get Canary Cry. No, we'll get rid of Honto. Gotta try and get those villains out of there. New card out. Okay, we'll just go with it. 2, 4, 5, 6. I was thinking, do I want to use Whirlwind? Do I not? We'll take our 6 power. And we'll say goodbye to Black Lantern Corps here. Get things under control. New card out. Let's go ahead and draw a card. 1, 2, 3. We can double that to 6, but we can only buy cards in the lineup. It's our first hero, so we draw a card. 7. That is Orion. That's what's happening there. New card out. Draw a card and then discard a card. We'll discard a punch because I'm going to play Soul Taker Sword to destroy this weakness. 2 power, 3 and 4. We'll go ahead and get Raven, I think. Yeah, we'll get Raven. So the third time I play a card that costs 5 or more. I don't think I've played any cards that much yet. Ooh, Mr. Miracle. He's cool. And he qualifies for Big Barda's ability. He better, right? Like, canonically, he really should. Draw a card. 1 and draw a card, and that also triggers New Genesis to draw another card. And then we can draw another card. And then we can draw another card and then discard a card. We'll discard a weakness here. And we're at a total of what? 1 power, 2 power, 3 power, 4 power. All that, and we only have 4 power. We'll get Canary Cry, can use that defense. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you have 9 plus power, draw 2 cards. And that also triggers New Genesis to draw a third card. So we're at 9. Yeah, let's double that to get to 18. Hold on, 9, 10, and then double that to get to 20. All right, 20. Let's get rid of some villains. So Darkseid's gone, leaving us with 12. Granny Goodness is gone, leaving us with 6. With our 6, I think we'll just get Mr. Miracle. Maybe not. Well, he works for a Big Barda's ability. Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him. All right. There we go. New card coming out. It's Mobius Chair. Soul Taker Sword's going to destroy another weakness in hand here. That's 2, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go ahead and get Orange Lantern Power Ring. It's going to be useful. For early in the game, we've only seen 1 ring get destroyed. We'll get other equipment that way. We're good. All right. We are on our way to a series of strong turns if we can get the right cards out at the right time. So first of all, we're going to do 1 and draw a card as our first hero so we can draw another card. Let's draw another card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, destroy this vulnerability. 7, 8, 9. Let's go ahead and get Kyle Rayner. And then we'll also get a Katana for our full 9. All right, now we can focus on the villain, I think. I have a series of really strong options. So let's go ahead and use Skeets to put a hero on top of our deck. We're actually going to make a Raven. And then we're going to draw a card and play Raven for 1 and draw a card, triggering New Genesis to draw another card. All right, so we're at 1 power, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll double that to get to 10. Getting rid of Steppenwolf leaves us with 5, and we'll use that 5 to get Metropolis. Okay, new card coming out. Anti-Life Equation, +2, an additional 1 power for each hero and villain in the destroyed pile. Nice. Draw a card and then discard a card. We'll just discard that weakness. 2, 4, 5, and 6. I mean, it's a pretty clear anti-life equation. That's just useful, especially if all the cards are going to get destroyed. I'm happy the promos are being added to the Kickstarter. The $20 to get all of them is an incredibly good deal. I mean, they're charging $20 right now for I think 3. If you're buying them on eBay, you're looking at like $20 to get like 2 max, maybe 2. Usually it's just 1. So I think $20 is a totally reasonable offer. I understand some people were expecting it maybe to be free, and I get that to a certain extent, but I mean, they weren't planning for the Kickstarter and all sorts of stuff, so it totally makes sense to me to just tack it on for $20. Makes a lot of people happy. I'm not too worried about the promo, what's the reprint tag they're adding to it. That's fine. There is only one promo I don't have, and that's the Clayface one for Dark Knight's Metal. So with that in mind, I am kind of paying $20 for one card in that case, I guess, but I'll put the rest on eBay and they'll sell for a reasonable price because there'll be enough on the market that it's not going to be overpriced. So that's fine by me. Yeah, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad a lot of people are gonna get their hands on it. I'm not the type of person that's like mad that mine are gonna be like less in value. In fact, I wouldn't have been upset if they just didn't add the reprint thing. I'm just not like that. I just want more people to enjoy it, so it doesn't bother me. All right. I didn't have to shuffle. I actually had enough cards over here that I didn't have to shuffle. New card coming out. Well, we can't take on Slade Wilson because we got Talon. I can gain an equipment from the lineup of cost 5 or less and put it into my hand if I choose not to, +2 power. We'll go ahead and actually get Legion Flight Ring. Draw a card. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, triggering New Genesis to draw a card. Weakness, vulnerability. With our 6, we'll say goodbye to Talon for sure. We'll get 1 kick. That's all we can afford. I could have gone for... I really don't want Mobius Chair. I just don't see a value in it. All right, we're going to play Katana. That's 1, but it triggers New Genesis to draw a card. Let's go ahead and draw another card. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, destroying this punch. Do I want to do that? Yeah, we'll double it to get the 14. We'll go ahead and get White Lantern Power Battery. And we'll go ahead and get Omega Beams and be done with it. New card coming out. I couldn't really do anything with the 7 power I had anyway. All right, we can put a hero on top of our deck or draw a card. Let's put Orion on top of our deck. Then we're going to play Kyle Rayner 3 and +2 for each power ring. I know there's an Orange Lantern one. There it is. So 4, 5, and that triggers New Genesis to draw a card. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and since there is 9 plus power, I get to draw 2 cards. And is that... No, it's not. Hey, Metropolis, though. All right, that's our 3rd card of cost 5. I can double our current power, which is 22 power now. Look at the top card. Is it the superpower? No. You can discard it. 23, 24 power. That's a lot of power. We'll say goodbye to Slade Wilson. So 24 minus 9 loses 15 and gets us a new personal crisis. 15. We'll buy Tachyon, leaving us with 9, and we'll buy Apocalypse. Each superhero reveals the top 3 cards of their deck and destroys the card of cost 1 or greater, put the rest back on top. We'll just destroy this kick. We'll leave the rest back there. Level 1 of Apocalypse is conquered, and we will move on to our next turn. So we can't play superpowers. You have to contribute 2 superpowers. That's not the worst. So we got a new level of Apocalypse to defeat. I decided to keep New Genesis at level 1. I think that level 1 ability is perfectly fine for us playing solo right now. We'll talk about level 2 later. We have some extra power floating around. Oh, I don't have to shuffle. We have enough cards here. I've got a defense in hand. That's great news. So, Cheshire. We're going to just defend with Escape Artist here. You may reveal this card from your hand and then discard a card to avoid this attack. We will discard this vulnerability. Oh, that's a defense. I can't. I'm sorry. That's a that's not a defense. That's a superpower. I can't play superpower, so I actually can't defend, can I? Nope. So Cheshire's attack does go through. Each player destroys a card of cost 1, 2, or 3 they control and 1 in their hand. For each who cannot, gain a weakness. All right, we're going to destroy Legion Flight Ring here. We don't control one of 1, 2, or 3, so we'll just gain a weakness. It's not the worst. New card comes out. New card gets destroyed. We'll start with Raven, because that's 1 power. Also triggers New Genesis to draw a card on top of her regular card draw. We're going to give a Whirlwind to Depowered. And then let's try Metropolis. Look at the top card. Is it a superpower? Maybe we'll get lucky and draw a superpower. When you defend, you're not playing the card. Really? If that's the case, then I've been playing that wrong for a long time. Oh, it's just revealing from my hand. And discard. You know, there have been a few times where, you know, you might be right. I'm sure you are. I'll have to look into that. Play is always a strange word to me. Because, like, I actually much prefer the word control. Because, like, that applies to locations and such. But, yeah, that's an interesting thought. I'll have to look into that more. You might be right. All right, so where was I? Oh, yeah, I'm trying Metropolis. Are you superpower? No, we'll discard that punch. All right, so that's 1. I don't really want to get rid of Anti-Life Equation. It's going to be really powerful as the game goes on. I don't want to get rid of Escape Artist, but it's cheap, and I can end this pretty quickly. So, yeah, we'll get rid of Escape Artist, ending Depowered. That's that. All right, 1 power total. 2, 3. 4, 5, plus 1 for each hero and villain in the destroyed pile. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You can see why that's going to be a very powerful card as the game goes on. So with 20 power, yeah, we'll say goodbye to Cheshire. Take on our new personal crisis. Contribute a single defense card. Okay. So 20, I had got rid of that, so I have 9 power left over. I could upgrade New Genesis. What's the level 2 ability? I actually really like the level 1 ability. But New Genesis can make for a really powerful future turn. I'm actually going to stay on level 1. I'll get Skeets. I'm not going to buy Mobius Chair. I don't like cards that just gain cards on the top of the main deck simply because it's just dwindling your main deck faster than you really need to. Alright, well, we've got Canary Cry to defend with, which actually we can give the Trial by Combat. Crisis Troya. Each player gets a personal crisis. You know, I don't want another personal crisis, so we will defend with Canary Cry. Discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, you may put a villain of cost 7 or less from your discard pile into your hand or draw a card. We'll just draw a card. Very well. I do not want a new personal crisis. New card out. New card gets destroyed. We lost a Beta Club there. So let's try this. We'll go with 2, 4. We'll double that to get to 8. That's our first hero, so we can draw a card. And then Metropolis, are you superpower? No, we'll discard that. 9, 10, destroy a punch. I don't want to use this because I don't want to buy that. We'll buy a new Genesis and we'll buy 1 kick. Call it a day. Call it a day. New card out. New card destroyed. Alright, so it wants how many defense? Just a single one? Okay, well here's Katana, and that's the end of Trial by Combat. That's just over. That's actually removed from the game, not destroyed. Important distinction with things like anti-life equation floating around. Alright, well Kyle Rayner gets 3 power, plus 2 for each power ring over here. I don't know if Orange Lantern power ring went through yet. That might still be in my deck. Yep, so that's just 3 power, but it does trigger New Genesis to draw a card. Let's try Metropolis. Are you a superpower? No. We'll leave that there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No weakness. We'll go ahead and get Soul Taker Sword, and we'll get 1 kick, and we'll move on. New card coming out. Nothing to destroy. Draw 2 cards. Each player reveals a card from their hand. Discard 1 revealed card into each player's discard pile. So I guess we discard a card too, right? We'll discard Whirlwind. No, Vulnerability. What am I doing? Vulnerability. Okay, let's try Metropolis. Are you a superpower? No. We will discard that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait, hold on. This was our first hero, so we're actually supposed to draw a card from it. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're supposed to draw a card from that. Perfect. All right, so again, 1, 2, 3. We're going to just take the 2 power here to go to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that triggers his ability because that is 9 power, so we can draw 2 cards. And that is 3 cards of cost 5 or greater, so Big Barda triggers, getting us to 18 power. We put a hero on top of our deck. And then we'll draw a card. 21, 22, 23. Goodbye, Parasite. Leaving us with 19. Goodbye, Crisis Troya, leaving us with 9. Getting us a new personal crisis. Discard all the equipment I control. Can't play equipment, contribute 4 equipment. All right, we have 9. We'll go ahead and buy Mobius Chair because we're going to give it to Malfunction. Leaving us with 4. I'm not going to buy a kick. I think we're good. We'll work on Malfunction here. All right. Oh, we have a defense in hand with Skeets here, so perfect. New villain is Clock King. Each player destroys an equipment they control, an equipment in their hand. For each who cannot gain a weakness. We're just going to go ahead and defend against it. It just allows us to draw a card. We got another Skeet, so hand's still the same. New card comes out. New card is destroyed. We're going to give 1 equipment to Malfunction here. I'm going to give a Soul Taker Sword to it because I have a second Soul Taker Sword. Actually, yeah, we have a second Soul Taker Sword. Well, no, yes, because Orange Lantern Power Ring is going to be really good with Kyle Rayner. So we are going to get rid of that to end malfunction really quickly. Hate to say it. I do like that combination there, but got to do it. Gain equipment from the lineup or just get 2 power. 3 power here. We'll buy a kick of that, sure. Move on to next turn. Actually, before we buy that kick, let's try Metropolis. Are you superpower? No, we'll discard that. Still use our 3 to buy a kick. New card coming out. Ah, I forgot Mobius chair is floating around in here. Shoot. Oh well, we'll draw a card. Let's try this. Are you superpower? It is. 2, 4, 6, 9, and it is 9 power, so I can draw 2 cards. Since our first hero, so we draw a 3rd card. So we're at 9 power, draw a card. 10, 11, 12, and draw another card. 13, 14, 15. Let's say goodbye to this, leaving us with 9. Well, leaves us with 9, huh? I'm not going to use Mobius chair. So we'll go ahead and get Indigo Tri-Power Ring, leaving us with 4. That's okay. We'll stop there for now. New card coming out. Boom Tube. All right, we'll get New Genesis down. And then we'll play Tachyon. Draw 2 cards. Each player reveals a card from their hand. Discard 1 revealed card from each player's hand. We'll just discard a Punch here. It's our first hero, so we draw a card. Two, 3, 4, and a bunch of power coming up now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 power. Not going to play anything else from my hand. We're going to get rid of Clock King, leaving us with 13 power. We'll get a new personal crisis here. I have to give villains to it. Okay. 13 power. That's what we have left. Let's go ahead and get rid of Apocalypse. Bring us down to 1 power. And it's... Oh, that had a retaliation. Each superhero destroys a card of cost 1 or greater they control or in their hand. Okay, we'll destroy Whirlwind here. So there's that. So we have 1 power, 2 power, and we can double that to get the 4 power buying Boom Tube. Yep. Cool. Cool. We are in no trouble here. Everything's going just fine. We have a new villain, Terra, who we can't defend against. Each player destroys 2 cards they control. For each who cannot gain a weakness. We just lost both of our locations. That's too bad. New card coming out. New card is destroyed. I do like when villains get destroyed that way. Always good to see that. Well, we'll play Soul Taker Sword, destroying a weakness. 2, 4, 7. It's our first hero, so we can draw a card. And also, do we have the other ring over here? 8, 9. 10, 11. That's 11. Let's actually get rid of Terra and move on. Yeah, let's do it. We'll get a new personal crisis, I know. Unappreciated. Each time you contribute to a crisis, add the top card of the main deck. So we're going to give villainous. This is the villainous lineage, obviously. Contribute 3 cards that cost 1 or greater. Here's 1 kick, so let's add a card. Okay, so basically, the villain, Terra went to villainous lineage. That makes sense. And we got unappreciated for beating Terra, and we just gave the last kick in our hand to unappreciated to get a head start on that. So that's where we are now. But I'm not too worried about it. Still have lots of starters in our deck. We did have to get rid of Soul Taker Sword, which I didn't really want to do. I really should have waited just another turn or two. Mobius Chair is right around the corner. Would have been fine. Forgot I bought it with that purpose in mind. Alright, our new villain is Blackfire, and we have no defense. Each player destroys a superpower they control and a superpower in their hand. For each who cannot, gain a weakness. So we have to destroy this kick, and we do gain one weakness. Alright, new card comes out, and there are 2 personal crises, so 2 cards get destroyed. 2 villains. First of all, Tachyon draws 2 cards. They have to reveal and discard 1. We'll do that with White Lantern Power Battery here. And that's our first hero we played, so New Genesis makes us draw a card. We're going to give we're going to kick to Unappreciated. That'll come on out here. It's going to add a card to the lineup. 1, 2. I mean, we can put White Lantern Power Battery into our hand. Oh, then gain any card from live and put it on top of your deck. Okay, well, we'll use it to put a card from the top of the lineup. Put a card from the lineup on top of our deck. We'll put Shazam on top of our deck, clearly. All right, 1. Actually, hold on. No, we're going to use this. We can gain any card from the line and put on top of our deck. So we're going to go ahead and gain Killer Croc, and it goes straight to Villainous Lineage, which does trigger Unappreciated. All right, and we're at 1, 2 power total. 3, 4, 5 will buy Mr. Zaz, which will end Villainous Lineage. Villainous Lineage is over, so that personal crisis is gone. But it does trigger Unappreciated, adding another card to the lineup. How much power did we have? We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we used to buy Mr. Zaz, leaving us with 2 power. Well, actually, at that 5, would have doubled to 10 because of Big Barda's ability. Yep, and then we bought that for 3, leaving us with 7. So we have 7 power left over. We'll use that to get Starbolt here. So we still have Unappreciated. We have to give it 1 more card of cost 1 or greater. Shouldn't be a real problem. New card comes out. 1 card gets destroyed. Ooh, we lost Blue Lantern Power Ring. Soul Taker Sword's going to destroy this weakness. No way around that. That's happening. That's 2 power. 3, 4, 5. I don't know if there's any rings over here right now. No, but it is our first hero, so we can draw a card. Here's a 3rd kick to give to Unappreciated, and that is over. We're at 5 power. 6, 7, 8. Goodbye, Female Furies, leaving us with 3. We'll go ahead and get Power of the Green. Move on to next turn. New card coming out. Dive for Darkside. Not a good hand. 2, 3. We can double that to get to 6, but we can only buy cards in the lineup. But it does trigger New Genesis to draw a card. Draw a card. 7, 8, and a couple vulnerabilities. Yeah, we'll get Die for Darkside. That's a great card. It's a good destruction card. And generate power at the same time. New card comes out. Here we go. 1 and draw a card. Also triggers New Genesis to draw a 2nd card. Let's draw another card. Alright, before we go any further, 1 power. 2, 3, and let's see what's over here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. This game, this card just breaks this game. So 26, goodbye Blackfire, leaving us with 14. 14, and we get a new personal crisis, and it is Insecure. Discard each card of cost 5 or greater you control. Can't play cards of cost 5 or greater. Contribute a card of cost 5 or greater. So at 14, you know what? Here's Mobius Chair, ending Insecure before we even get to the next turn. Still have 14 power. 15, 16. That's going to get rid of Apocalypse and leave us with just 1 power. There's no retaliation on that. Just 1 power there. Gain an equipment, put it into our hand. 2, 3. Almost. 4, 5. We'll buy Starbolt. And then we can put a hero of our choice on top of our deck. I'm hoping we have a hero with a defense. We don't. We don't. All right. We'll just draw a card instead then. Okay, we'll double that power then. Well, we can mash the power. We're at 5, I believe. Just get the 6, 7. I'm not actually sure about that 5. I don't want to commit to it and be wrong. So we're at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't remember if we bought anything. 8, 9. I don't remember. We're just going to stop there. I don't remember if we bought anything. I know we got rid of Mobius Chair pretty easily. Yeah, we're just going to move on. Just going to move on. We're doing just fine here. Can't wait for this Die to Dark Side card to cycle through. We do have Canary Cry to defend ourselves. We already took care of the personal crisis, so now it's the villain. We just have New Genesis. We already took care of Apocalypse. It's gone. Don't have to worry about that the rest of the game. And for New Genesis, we can upgrade it to the next level ability if we wish. Each player destroys 2 cards in their hand. We'll just defend with Canary Cry, which allows us to draw a card. New card comes out. All right, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's crazy to me that this is even still happening, all these punches and stuff. We'll go ahead and get Shazam, right? New card coming out, Crimson Tornado, Crimson Whirlwind. All right, Tachyon. Draw 2 cards. Each player reveals and discards a card. We'll discard Metron. We're not going to use it this turn. That's our first hero, so we do get to draw a card after that. We'll then use Soul Taker Sword to destroy this vulnerability. So that's progress. 2 power there. 3, 4, 5. I don't think there's any rings over here. No. 6, 7. Gain a power ring from the lineup and put it into your hand. Then gain any card from the lineup and put it on top of your deck. We'll gain Crimson Whirlwind. Put it on top of our deck. So we're at a power of 2, 5, 6, 7. And we played our 3rd card of cost 5 or greater, so that's 14 power. We'll use that to get rid of Simon, leaving us with 3 power and a new personal crisis. Discard each card of cost 1, 2, or 3 you control. That's none. You have to contribute them. All right. All right, if you say so. So with Crisis 4, all the worst things possible happen to you personally. Yeah, so Crisis 4 is unique from Crisis 1 through 3. It has personal crises instead of a shared crisis that everyone's facing. It's particularly fun in multiplayer. I know I focus on playing solo here, but in multiplayer, everyone has their own personal crisis. You can help people deal with theirs by contributing cards to it. Whenever it's your turn, a card gets added to the lineup, of course, but we have to destroy the top card of the main deck for each personal crisis you have. There's no limit to how many personal crises you can have. There's all sorts of cool stuff to go on with that. Generally speaking, once you reach a certain point in the game, it's pretty easy to maintain, but once you're playing in multiplayer, it can be a bit more complicated. And a lot more fun, I should say. All right, I have no defense card in hand. All right. Inflated Ego is the one in play. I have to give it 3 cards of cost 1, 2, or 3. I have 1 in my hand I can give it, so there is that. Let's get our villain. We have no defense. Hey, thanks for joining. How you doing? So each player reveals 4 cards from the top of the main deck. Add each villain revealed this way to the lineup and destroy the other cards revealed this way. So that's 2 villains. We lost a Soul Taker Sword and a Raven. That's too bad. Raven's been good to us this game. New card comes out, and a new card is destroyed for Inflated Ego. There goes Arrow Discs. Thanks for the update for Kickstarter material. I just wish the new mats were the size of the one you are using now. They look awesome, and the mat size you use now works perfect for the game. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a personal choice thing. I really enjoy mats that cover the play area. It just makes it nice and organized, makes things a lot easier. But I, of course, make mine larger so that I have a play area as well. And that's just my personal preference. But yeah, I'm with you. Obviously, I made this for that specific purpose, so I'm with you. All right, so I can't play cards of cost 1, 2, or 3, but I don't have any. I have Legion Flight Ring, so you know what? We'll give it Legion Flight Ring. I think we're going to just start with Anti-Life Equation, get a massive amount of power, and then use that to fuel Orion's card draw, and use that to hopefully get some cards for Inflated Ego. So we're at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Yeah, I definitely would argue this is way too powerful of a card to play with prices for. But 26 power we're at. Plus 3 is 29, and yeah, that's more than 9 power, so we can draw 2 cards. I forgot where we were power-wise. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 power. So I'm at 29 power. What are we talking about over here? Been focused on Gloomhaven, but hope to get back to Crisis League one of these days. I'm way behind on Champions content. I'm with you. It's hard to keep up with. Trust me. It's some of the people that are particularly in the solo Champions League. They're always up on it. And I try and keep up with them so that I can generate content for them, make new rounds, stuff like that. But yeah, it's hard to keep up with it, especially at the pace that they are. I've both appreciated the break in DC content and also kind of dreaded it because I really enjoy the game. I love this game. It's one of my favorite card games. So to not have anything for that long was kind of upsetting, but I'm really happy to see everything coming out now. So I am playing Crisis 4, and I do really like this one as well. And so for Season 11, we're using crossover packs, but we're not using any of the Crisis main deck cards. So the first round was Crisis 3, but there was no Frankenstein, there was no Madame Xanadu. Instead, we used Legion superheroes, so we have time travel in place. So we're removing the strong Crisis cards, but replacing it with really focused crossover packs, which has been a lot of fun. Yeah, also very excited about that Kickstarter. I'm in it. I'm ready for more. I can't wait to see what they release next on it. So I'm at 29 power. I can't get rid of Crisis Dr. Light till we get rid of our 2 villains. And you know what? This was our first hero we played, so New Genesis draws a card. All right, so here's what we're going to do now. So we're at 29. 31, we're going to put our whole deck in our discard pile. This is going to get crazy real quick. So we're at 31 power. Because of Big Barda, we're now at 62 power. 62 is an insane amount of power. We'll get rid of both of these. That'll bring us down to 60 minus 4 is what? 54? Minus 4 is 50 power. So we're at 50 power. 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61 power. I still don't have anything to give to Inflated Ego, so we'll get rid of Crisis Dr. Light. So 61 minus 13, it's what, 51 minus 3, so that'd be 48. And a new Personal Crisis comes out. Weakened Heart. For each time you buy or gain a card from the lineup, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. A player must buy or gain 2 or more non-villain cards from the lineup during their turn. We'll do that right now. So 48 will buy Daughter of Gotham City, leaving us at 45, which adds a card to the lineup. We'll buy the other Daughter of Gotham City, bring us down to 42, add a card to the lineup, but defeating Weakened Heart. And with that 42, we'll go ahead and say goodbye to Talon, leaving us with 40, and 41, I'm sorry, and then Apocalypse, leaving us with 36, and we still have cards in our hand. 37, 38. You know, I don't think I want to upgrade New Genesis. I think I want to keep it where it is. Oh, no problem. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining, BladeCom. Thanks for joining. Thanks for pointing out that defense note earlier. That would have changed many of my previous rounds. All right, well, I've got an insane, absurd amount of power. Nothing I can do about Inflated Ego, though. That's just going to stay in play. We already dealt with the Personal Crisis for the next villain, so it's not really something I'm worried about. But we still have Inflated Ego in play. That anti-life equation card is going to just run this game, because with the combination of Crisis 4, just destroying cards off the main deck, plus it's Crisis at all, so villains just go to the destroyed pile. Anti-life equation just gets more powerful as the game goes on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's no way to interact with the destroyed pile, except I think like using Martian Manhunter and Crisis Superboy Prime or something. So we are like this for a while. All right. Our new villain, which we have no defense against, is Harvest. Wait, I thought Harvest wasn't in this one. Did I? Too much power or not enough? I don't know. Go either way. I'm wondering if I actually put the wrong villain here. I thought Harvest wasn't in this match. No, but it's Brother Blood. That's right, not Harvest. Brother Blood, that's not supposed to be in this match, and he's not. All right, Harvest is good. So each player destroys a hero they control and a hero in your hand. For each you cannot gain a weakness. Well, we will gain 2 weaknesses because I don't control or have any in our hand. All right, so we have to put a card out. We have to destroy a card for Inflated Ego. I have 1 card of cost 3, so we can give Kick to Inflated Ego, which does add a card to the lineup, right? No, I just can't play cards that cost 1, 2, or 3. It's not the one that adds cards to the lineup. Okay. Soul Taker Sword will destroy this punch. Die for Darkseid is going to destroy a weakness. And we only end up with 4 power at the end of this, which is not enough to do really much of anything. But we did get rid of a punch. We got rid of a weakness, so I'm going to consider it a positive turn. All right, new card coming out. New card gets destroyed. I don't really like teleportation. It's one of my least favorite ones for a solo Crisis game, so I'm not concerned about that. We're going to go ahead. Oh, wait, we already got this. Hold on. It's just contribute 2 cards that cost 1, 2, or 3. Not 1 card, so teleportation actually stays. This went away last turn. My bad. My bad. I thought it was 3 cards, not 2. Apocalypse can go down. Now, I don't have any villains, but we can use this to kind of peek at the next card. Look here. We'll leave that there. Let's see. Gain an equipment with cost 5 or less from the lineup and put it into my hand. Yes, please. 1 and draw a card, and that triggers New Genesis to draw a second card. Then, not yet. We're going to save this one because that's going to trigger Big Barda. I want to get big power again. So we're at 1 power total, right? Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do 6, 7. That's our third card of cost 5 or greater, so that'd be 14 power. And then we'll play Star Sapphire Power Ring, reveal these 2 cards. They are different card types, so they'll go to our hand. With our 14 power, we'll say goodbye to Harvest. Goodbye. What? Die for Darkside can't destroy weakness. Ah, it's got to be card of cost 1 or greater. Good call. That's okay. Weakness is back. 4 power. 4 power, and we get a new Personal Crisis. Out of control. Each time you draw 1 or more cards during your turn, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. 3 or more cards must be drawn during a player's turn. Okay, let's see if we can do something about that. So we're at 4 power. We're going to use Crimson Whirlwind to get the 5/6 power, put our entire deck in our discard pile. I'm really taking a gamble here. And then Boom Tube to put a card of cost 6 or greater from our discard pile into our hand in the hopes that we get something that can draw 3 cards. I don't think I have anything that does that. Our best bet would be something that like draws 2 cards and then hopefully draw a third. That's what we'll do. All right, so we're at 6 power. This will get us to 7, 8, 9, which allows us to draw 2 cards, which will trigger a card added for the lineup for Out of Control. But we do get to draw 2 cards. So we're at 9 power and drawing 2 cards. Come on, I just want to get one of these cards has to draw a card. If one of these cards draws a card, Out of Control ends. All right. Draw 2 cards. Just need one of you to draw a card. Hey! Die for Darkside. Draw a card. I may destroy a card of cost 1 or greater in my hand or discard pile. If I do, plus power equal to its cost. That drew a card, which adds a card, but it also ends Out of Control. That's over. I can destroy a card. I could destroy Daughter of Gotham City. I can't destroy Weakness, as we discovered earlier. We'll buy Oa for 5. We'll buy Raven for 3. We have 1 power left over. 2 power gets us nowhere. And we're back in it. Back where we were. Let's see what we can do here. All right, we have no defense in hand. Oh, we have no new Personal Crisis to get. That's right, because we already beat the one from last villain. Our new villain is Crisis Superboy Prime, who we cannot defend against. Each player gets a Personal Crisis, then discards a card for each Personal Crisis they have. So we do get Survivor's Guilt, which is one of my least favorite. We'll just discard a Punch here. No, yeah, we'll discard White Lantern Power Battery, actually, because I might want to destroy that Punch for Survivor's Guilt. So each time a weakness or starter you own is destroyed, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. 2 cards owned by players must be destroyed during a turn. Thank you for that. Nicely done. All right, so 2 cards owned by players have to be destroyed during a turn. That might be a little tough. I don't have a lot of destruction. I've got some cards, but not a lot. Okay, well, a new card has to come out. And a card has to be destroyed for Survivor's Guild. So we did lose Helmet of Fate. We're going to start our turn with Tachyon, allowing us to draw 2 cards. Then we have to discard a card. I guess I'll discard a weakness. And that is our first hero, so we do get to draw another card. Let's try Apocalypse. Are you a superpower? Yes. Let's draw another card. I can put a hero on top of my deck. Do I have a destruction hero? I don't think I do. I have Orion, though, which could help us. I'll put Orion on top of my deck and hope that we can do something about that. Alright, so we are at 0 power still. Three. Four, 5, 6, 7. 7 power there. 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14 power, and we can double our power because of the cards we've played and Big Barda in play. So that's 28 power. We'll get rid of Manhunter, bringing us down to 25. I just don't have the destruction in my hand at all. So I can't do anything about Survivor's Guild, but I could end Superboy Prime and just move on to the next villain. It's the final villain, so we'll get plenty of personal crises to deal with, but we've got so much power generation that if we play Anti-Life Equation, it doesn't matter how many personal crises we have, Crisis Trigon will go down. So yeah, with our 25 power, we'll get rid of Crisis Superboy Prime, which gets us another personal crisis. Sudden loss, discard each ongoing card you control. You can't play ongoing cards, contribute 2 ongoing cards. Not a lot of ongoing cards out there. We've already destroyed quite a few locations. Okay. I don't really care about the other cards in my hand. I just don't have any reason to generate more power. I don't need it. I need to do things, not generate power. All right, well, here's Anti-Life Equation. I'm curious, are we going to end this with a bunch of personal crises? And that would be funny. That would be really funny. If we can just get through this whole thing. All right, let's see what happens. Crisis Trigon. Each player gets a personal crisis. So let's shuffle this up, get a new one. Trigon costs 5 more to defeat for each personal crisis in play, but I think Anti-Life Equation still beats it. I think that single card might still beat it. So our new personal crisis is Inflated Ego. You can't play cards of cost 1, 2, or 3. Contribute 2 cards of cost 1, 2, or 3. Alright, new card comes out, and 3 cards have to be destroyed. So Dead Man's Gone, which would have been really useful for Survivor's Guild. Legion Flight Ring and Winged Warrior. How far are we going to take this? We will start with Anti-Life Equation. 2 power, +1 for each hero and villain in the destroyed pile. All right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33 power. Right now, Trigon costs 30 power, so I was correct. I was correct that Anti-Life Equation is strong enough to finish this. Let's just have some fun with it. Here's a kick for Inflated Ego. We'll play Orion, get us the 33 power, and I can draw 2 cards. It's our first hero we've played, so I can draw a 3rd card. 33 power, huh? I'm just trying to see if I could actually defeat Inflated Ego before ending this. Here's daughter. Here's Gotham. Here's daughter of Gotham City. We use Soul Taker Sword to destroy this weakness. Bring us to 35. Here, 36, 37. Play this card. Nah, 39. That's all I'm going to get there. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 46 power. It's plenty of power to beat the 30 cost Crisis Trigon. I was hoping I could go out of my way to try and beat these guys, but just didn't have to. We can afford them, so what's the point? We did it. All right, yeah, so that was really easy. Even without the Crisis 4 cards, so that means no Unity whatsoever. We still pulled this off using basically just the New Gods cards. Anti-Life Equation is already a powerful card across any game. Throwing it in Crisis mode makes it incredibly powered. Doubled. Oh yeah, you're right. Double that because of Big Barda. So that 48 power just became what? 96 power? Yeah, 96. That's crazy. So yeah, Anti-Life Equation, it's too much. If you lose this card to a personal crisis or something, I'm sorry. It's still very doable. But clearly this one card took out Trigon with 3 personal crises in play. Not a huge amount of threat here. So even though you don't have those Crisis 4 cards, the crossover 7 cards, New Gods, way powerful enough to take care of your the lost cards, the lack of Unity, the lack of ongoing cards, the lack of all that fun stuff that Crisis 4 offers. I'm going to keep bringing up Unity because it's one of my favorite mechanics in the game. So not having that is kind of like a sad thing for me of Crisis 4, but New Gods took care of it. Anti-Life Equation alone, it's all you need, it seems. Where was I? Alright, so this is for the Solo Crisis League. Semi-competitive way of playing the DC deck building game. There's a link below if you want to learn more about it, but basically, you play the same setup as everyone else in the league, and you get graded at the end based on how well you did, based on like how many cards are left in the main deck, how many weaknesses are in your deck, what crises you defeated, stuff like that. A lot of fun. I enjoy running it, but I enjoy playing in it even more. You might as well. Check out the link below. If you already enjoy the leagues or the videos or whatever it is that brought you here tonight, and you want to support those efforts, there's a few things you can do. You can check out the Etsy store where we have things like the official league mat with its nice game area and play area. We have the pin, really happy with that one, and the sticker, all ready to ship today. Those things are also available within the Patreon. If you join at the hero level, you get a new item every few months. So check that out if you're interested. I do want to thank the most recent members of our Patreon. We've had 4 recent members of the Patreon. We've got Kennedy Hawk. All 4 of these are from the Solo Champions League, which is like the Solo Crisis League, except you use Marvel Champions. The 4 most recent ones, though, are Kennedy Hawk. If you play Marvel Champions at all, you're familiar with Kennedy Hawk. He's very involved in the community, has his own podcast about it. Thank you for joining Kennedy Hawk. Turkey Guy, one of the newer members of the Solo Champions League, really active in the Discord, and I'm really happy to have you on, Turkey Guy. Hope you're enjoying yourself so far. Gondo. Gondo's been around since Season 2 of the Solo Champions League. That's a long time ago. That's something like, what, August or September of 2020? That's a long time Gondo's been playing. Thank you, Gondo. And then Chu Angel, who I believe is brand new to the Solo Champions League. Just in the last few weeks they've joined, and they are enjoying it enough to join the Patreon right away. So you might as well if you enjoy Marvel Champions. That's all I've got for tonight. Thank you for watching. This was incredibly simple. I'm not worried about the other 2 attempts at this at all. And you shouldn't either. Just jump right in. You'll have fun. Get Anti-Life Equation. I guess that's my main advice. Get Anti-Life Equation. And don't worry about the threat that the locations pose, the homeworlds pose, because I took care of Apocalypse pretty quickly. It's actually going to be more of a challenge, I think, to play as a villain than a hero, because its benefits are from playing villains, and you can't really get those in a Crisis 4 game. It's much more difficult to get them in the Crisis 4 game than it is in any other Crisis. So it's going to be difficult to play as villains, but it still can be a lot of fun. So maybe if you want to take on that challenge, jump right in. That's all I've got for tonight. Thank you for watching. I hope this answered all of your questions about this particular setup if you had any. and I wish you all good luck in your games. Thanks for watching, and you have a good night.